Good morning, my fellow yogi travelers. Mighty glad to be alive today, and I hope that you are too as we continue to live, laugh, love, learn, linger, and live the life we love. Emmett Fox has been one of my affirmation masters. He's one of the 20th century's best expositors of what's called New Thought. And the basic idea behind New Thought is changing what's on the outside with no interior change, or attempting to change what's on the outside with no interior change, is a fool's paradise. Whatever you give your attention to, that's what governs your life. If you don't direct it, then there's a lot of uncertainty and suspense. But there's also a tremendous amount of relaxation and joy in expressing your true nature. You learn to adapt yourself to the element of the situation that's in front of you. The only thought you have to concern yourself with is your present one. So that means the best way to prepare for tomorrow is making today's consciousness serene and harmonious. When you realize that your own thought or your own word, your logos, is infectious beyond computing, it'll turn your world upside down. And in time of danger, it's a tremendous protective power. If you don't hold to the truth in the face of negative appearances, what kind of faith is that? So that if you call upon Spirit's power and something doesn't seem to happen or answer your prayer, you break down and then you lose the demonstration. So don't nag at problems all day long. We almost always overrate it enormously. Give it a treatment, which means say in your own mind what you want and then leave it alone. See Spirit as a boundless source of supply, and it will help you demonstrate whatever you need. Now today, and just remember that you and the divine mind are really one, so demand and supply are one as well. I want to talk a little about the trickster archetype. I was giving a talk last night, and it just reminded me of one of my favorite and fun archetypal energies. Now again, for me, archetypal energy represents the way the inner mind, deeper mind, subconscious mind, the part of the iceberg that's below the surface, communicates to the surface through pictures or images. The archetypes are portraits of instincts. That means things that have developed through history that has given us an adaptational survival edge. And so as we become more conscious, more self-reflective, more aware of what's going on underneath the surface, that part of our depth communicates to us through pictures or images. Symbols, you could say. And it stands for all the hard-won lessons over time that now give us a sense of what is their potential to draw from, what kind of potential is there to draw from. And the trickster is one that I love because the first thing is it's a mischief maker. So it likes to kind of rabble-rouse. That means there's a rebel quality to it. And to me, the most important part of it is its natural defiance. It's defiance against any restraint of one's freedom. Like when a kid is scolded, how that kid hates to have limitations put on them. Sure, socialization happens, boundaries have to happen, but there's another way where there's a freedom where the trickster is the part of you that sees through pompous grandiosity. It doesn't take fundamentalism and any kind of dogma seriously. It sees through it and it finds its own way of undermining in a kind of irreverent way. Now the problem with being too irreverent is then there's nothing that you respect. You shut everything down. You're like a warrior that's killed everybody and wonder why you don't have any relationships. Well, you destroy them then. So you have to have this archetype in your life to remind you when you have to be anti-structure, not go with the way the Uber culture wants to tell you what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and who to do it with. But at the same time, even if you have to have that archetype in your life, you can't build a life on anti-structure. There has to be some structure. So you use the trickster energy to see through the dogma, the fundamentalism, the one-sidedness, and yet at the same time, the trickster plays an important role in helping that part of ourselves which feels weak and small, that has to go up against powerful adversaries. There are many, many stories where the trickster uses deception, deceit, sometimes even cheats, because it's a trickster. It doesn't have to follow the morality of the Uber culture to get what they want, and often defending or helping to defend animals that don't have teeth and claws and are prey to bigger predators. It loves to use its own guile, daring, and wiles to help the small creatures overcome the big adversaries. Get that? Yeah. So look for the trickster that will help you keep your freedom alive, keep your rebel alive, honor the inner child that doesn't want to have restraint on its freedom, and also the inner teen that has the idealism that wants to do something, put its energy, put its gifts into the culture, because everybody has something to contribute. Find your trickster.